Let's see. Stock picks. Passed. Okay. So we have to get rid of that. New catering job opened up. Nachos upgraded. Let's see what our catering event has opened up to. Drinks? Uh-oh. Wait, hold on. Are you playing Siege of Best Friend? Oh. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the bad thing sometimes is that, like, unfortunately when you're, like, well, because Solo, you're a lot younger, so it's kind of an inconvenience. I mean, think of it like this. Like, that was kind of the situation that I was in when I was living at home, but I wasn't an adult. So, I mean, like, I get it that, like, when you're a kid, your parents, you know, I mean, it's just bad timing, you know? Like, of course you just want to, like, do your own thing. And I get that. Everybody wants to do that. They have their own timing. Which is, like, you know, sometimes, like, if my parents wanted me to do the laundry, at least when I was a kid, right? When my parents wanted to do the laundry, you know, I was, you know, on the computer doing my own thing, or, like, doing homework, but then it's just, like, they wanted it done immediately. And so I'm like, well, I'm in the middle of something, can you wait? And then sometimes when I finish my work, I forget, because it's like, you know, it's, for me, that wasn't a priority. So it's like, I understand, like, sometimes it can get a little, you know, just timing is, not everybody is synced to the same timing and whatnot. And so that tends to be why a lot of people, like a lot of, like, teenagers, or just people in general, you just don't have the right timing, and then, you know, then that's why people argue a lot. Yeah, so. It's beer and soda. Oh, that's easy. We got this. It's not a big deal. We got this one. $25 per person? Hell yeah. Hopefully they just order beer. Yeah, this one should be easy. Hell yeah! Large cola with ice! Large water with ice! A beer? Here you go! Here you go! Medium water with ice. Catering events will ever get more difficult. They seem very difficult to me at this point in my life. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. Okay, yeah, nice. Hell yeah. You get $25 per person that you serve, so that's pretty good. Nice. And that should be okay. Let's see. Why? It's because there's so much beer going on? Beer doesn't make you... Oh, wait. I think we had food rot. Hold on. Sorry, give me a second. Active menu. Yeah, we had food rot. I forgot to change it because we did the catering event instead, so... Sorry. Okay, we should be good to go. Yes. What did he do? I don't condone that, but that sucks. Mushrooms. Already trash? Already trash in the morning. You weren't in it? Okay. That's good. Stay out of it. Don't, it's just, it's not worth it. I wonder what other soups that you would have to make? I wonder what other soups, yeah. Oh, 5 sugars. Woo! 5 sugars. Five sugars. Sprinkles. I wonder what happens if you upgrade your ice cream. I want to know what kind of other toppings that we would get. Wow, that guy gave me an $8 tip for his ice cream? Was that ice cream? He gave me an $8 tip for ice cream? What? Crazy. I mean, that's like pretty much as it is. Like, as much as the ice cream was. Oh, everybody wants wine at lunch. Jeez, what is this? Friday? Okay, nobody deserves to get... Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves that. You might think so, but... Well then, if that son of a gun, come on, really? Oh, my hand slipped. Oh my god, that was my first bad one in a long time. Like, actually bad, not average. It was bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. What did I do? I didn't even serve him or something? Or did I give him something that wasn't cooked all the way? Because that's always bad as well. Tenderize the meat. Tenderize it. Yeah, tenderize it. God! How come it... Oh my gosh. My finger did not click down on the key. Like, it literally hovered and skimmed the top of the key. And it didn't press down! What is wrong with you, hand? Hand! What is wrong with you? Oh my good god. Son of a gun, come on! Oh my god. Oh, I actually got that. Okay, I'll take it. Oh my god. Today is a bad day for this. Very bad day, very bad day, very bad day! Okay. 5, cheese, 2, Man, I'm doing really bad today. I'm glad you're okay, man. Whew. Cook it good. Almost done with today. Should be the last order when it goes out. Then we're good. There we go. Not too bad. Dang, man. We're gonna get a little bit. So we need to get to day 10 at least in order to pass the second safety inspection. We need to upgrade 5 more foods or 2 more foods. Okay, let's see. Okay, see, bet we need to get perfect 20 combo. Okay, we can do that. I accept. Lasagna upgrade. Okay, so let's see. Daily buzz. Bad order. Okay, well, that's okay. Let's see. Only 5% negative buzz because of the liquor, but that's fine. People come in for the wine. They would tip a lot. So it's not too bad. Let me see what we can upgrade, actually, on our list. For $1,000... I don't want to upgrade the soup, because the soup is going to be really complicated. It's already complicated. I think if we upgrade the soup, it's going to give us 1 more recipe, which then we have to learn. I mean, that's not too bad. Let's see. Let me see what they give us. Yeah, so they give us... Oh, 2 new recipes. Yeah, we're not doing that yet. Ice cream will give us mint, and then whipped cream, and then nuts. Whipped cream. So whipped cream. Okay, so mint flavored. So M. Whipped cream, probably W. N for nuts. Right. 6 new recipe cards. Okay, well, let's just upgrade this then. Can we practice this? Let's see. Let's see how it works. Okay, that's not too bad. So is it W? Oh yeah, that's not too bad. So... Oopsies! Okay. Oh! That's not too bad. He's like, I just have to think about it for a second. Like what keys? Solo, you might not want to say that. Please stop spamming in chat, please. Sprinkles, not nuts this time. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to get used to the combos. Because there are a total of 12 recipe cards. See, 12, which means... See, people, it's not really, like, super customized. Like, they follow a pattern. So there are basically 12 configurations. Originally, there were 6. But now there are 12, so it doubled. So that's not too bad. I think this is doable. I mean, we already upgraded it, so it's not like we can go back and fix it, right? Cherry. Jeez, that actually looks really good. Not gonna lie. Okay, I think we're good. That's not too bad. I think we got that. I think we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna do something real quick. There we go. There we go. There we go, there we go. Okay. Start new day. I think we got this. I think we got it. I think we're good. Why are all our chores going out at the same time? What is that? Did nobody do them yesterday? Like last night before we closed up shop? What? What the heck? Dude, there are literally 3 chores in the morning. Oh my god. All I hear is the ringing of the bell. Like, brink, brink, brink. What the heck? Oh, that's a really dry salad. Oof. Yeesh. It's like cheese and then like carrot, like greens and whatever. Like in broccoli, like that's all the same, man. So, and then no dressing. That's rough. Ranch and cheese. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. I like button smash that O. Take out the trash right after this one. Go I literally like, oh my gosh. What is this? What is this act? Did I mess up on order? I didn't. It's 25. I didn't mess up, did I? Did I? Like you were dumping knives in the soup. It's like you're cutting it over the thing. Yeah, the soup now doesn't seem too complicated now that we know how to do it, so... It's not too bad. Diverse menu? Yeah. Yeah, the soup, we're getting used to the soup. We might be able to unlock the new one, but we'll have to see. I like how, oh my god. I like how we're able to serve food even though we're like washing the bathroom at the same time. Like, why do we need to sanitize our hands then? You know what I mean? We're literally serving people even though we haven't finished cleaning the bathroom yet. That's hilarious. Did we have a bad order? I don't think so. Our shower's here. Fix this one first. One is done. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 6. 2 is done. 4 needs to go. Let's go ranch, cheese, mushroom. Get this wine out. There to go. This one out. Ranch greens. Let's go. 4, 3 cheese and onions. 5. Cheese bacon. I'm gonna do 5 right after. Whoo! Dinner rush complete! Hell yeah! So it's not too bad. Coffee so late at night now? Traps. I wonder if the chicken changes eventually. Or is it just the value? Because I think that's the best way. If it's just the value goes up, then we'll do pretty well. There we go. Just waiting for this to finish, and then we'll be good to go. Good to go. There we go. Perfect day. Perfect day! First time in a long time that we got a perfect day! Hell yeah! Perfect day! Daily fortune, okay. Didn't listen. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even read his bet? Oh, my bad. I didn't even see it. I forgot what it was. Menu rot. Did you ever work in a restaurant? I actually never did. I never worked in retail. I didn't work in, basically the job that I have now is my first job, like, ever. So I never worked, like in high school or anything, or in college, so, yeah. Not really, like, I did internships and stuff like that, but I did volunteer work, like, in an office, like, for high school and all that stuff, but I never, like, worked. Not in retail or food service. I think we have to take away the chicken. So we got $250. Ticket. Got 10% buzz. Chicken breast upgrade. Fish upgrade. We don't have fish yet, so. Yeah, I never worked in food service. But, like, I know how it works, and you know how they say, like, a lot of people, like, how a lot of, like, older people, they get really upset when their, like, order is not, like, 100% perfect, you know what I mean? And so, like, sometimes I don't like that when people get really really like uppity about like, you know, sometimes if they're like slow or like, you know, something's off about like, you know, like I feel like it's always like, I always feel bad for people kind of like working in food service. At least I don't think I've ever had like a negative, like a super negative experience in like from somebody working like as a, you know, like from my waiter or whatever. I don't think I've ever had necessarily like a really bad service before. Like generally I like to keep my, you know, my eye, you know, like I like to keep an open mind about these things, you know? And so like I don't think I've ever been like, maybe I just didn't know that I was like, either that or I have really high tolerance for a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like it when people complain about anything, you know, because I feel like it's kind of like a waste of time. Like I get it sometimes, you know, like if service is really, really bad, I'll say something, but I won't be mean about it, you know? Like I know that there are some people out there, like I've seen it like in videos and stuff, like people yelling at people, like their waiter or whatever for doing something wrong, and I'm like, how bad does it have to be for something like that to happen? You know what I mean? I'm just like, they're just trying to do their job. Like, why are you trying to be mean about it? Like, calm down, you know, you're not the only person in the restaurant or whatever, or trying to get served. Like you know, but then again, I'm not the type of person who gets really like mad at people. Like, you know, I'm pretty like tolerant about a lot of things. So like even me just asking for something is sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm burdening them, so I try not to. Like I'm very tolerant. Like my tolerance level for certain things is like, you know what? If they're having a hard time, I understand. It's fine. Take your time. Like, I have places I need to be, but, you know, it's like, this is your job. I get it. I respect you. You respect me. That's all I ask for. You know? And I'm just like, it kind of baffles me why people, like, you know, treat their waiter and waitress so poorly. You know what I mean? I'm just like, calm down. Like, they're trying their best, you know? Like, you know, like, even if they're messing up, at least be, like, a little gentle about it, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to go from, like, 0 to 100 in, like, 2 seconds, you know, just because they got one thing wrong. Like, oh my god, they got my salad wrong, you know? I'm just like, calm down. Like, it's just a little bit, just say, hey, excuse me, you know, this is missing something, you know, is there, you know, can we either get that something in there or like get it replaced or something like that, you know? It's like, it's not a big deal, but I just wanted to let you know. And they're usually pretty gracious about that, and just be like, well, oh, I'm so sorry, like we'll get that fixed for you right away. And then usually, you know, it's fine, you know, as long as you're not trying to take advantage of them. I think generally people are really okay about it, you know, like treat them like humans, because they are, you know. Yeah, so like, I think my parents sometimes do that too. Like, not my mom, but usually, like, my dad will do that sometimes. And I'm like, it's fine, just calm down. Like, I don't think there's ever a situation in which you need to actually, like, yell at people, you know? I'm just like, yeah, I don't understand the need to do that. You know, when I hear stories about that, I'm like, really? It's so sad, you know what I mean? It's like, we can't even treat each other with respect, you know, like people, like just in general. Like, they're humans too. They're just trying to get through life, and I'm pretty sure they're not getting paid enough to deal with half this stuff, you know what I mean? So it's like, the least I can do to another human being is to make their lives a little bit easier by not being a burden to them, you know, adding to their stress. Because I'm sure people working in food service, you know, they're already having a tough time, like because they have to deal with a lot of different types of people and stuff like that. And then, you know, like, a lot of people might argue, it's like, oh, it comes with the territory, you know, like that. But I'm like, dude, doesn't mean that it, like, people deserve that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't like to be a burden to other people. Sorry. have to have like worked in food service to know that like it's tough. Because I know plenty of people who do. And like I would treat them like how I would treat any of my friends, you know, if I went to their restaurant. Son of a gun, I clicked the wrong one. Like I would treat the person waiting me as like if they were somebody that I knew, right? Like, you know, that's the least that you can do. And I feel like, and the weird thing is, I feel like I've been complimented, right? I'd be like, oh, you know, and generally they're really nice about that. You know, they are pretty grateful when something like that happens. I think I've had that before. You know, like, we were at a table, you know, we were hanging out at, like, I forgot what it was, but we were, like, me and a couple of friends were out to dinner, and, you know, at the next table over, they had a lot of complaints, and, you know, we're just, you know, our waitress had to deal with them, and then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, you know, we had to deal with this customer, they were just, you know, having a bad time, sorry for making you wait, and so it's like, we're like, oh, no big deal, just take your time, you know, it's not a, you know, it's just dinner, we have nothing else to do later, it's fine, not a big deal. And so, like, after they dealt with that person, they're like, you know, they're like, oh, you know, sorry about that, but, like, you know, here's, like, you know, a complimentary whatever, I forgot what it was, but he's like, you know, they're pretty nice about it, because they know, you know, they know. And I know too, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to add to your stress, because I get it. You like my attitude? Thank you. I mean, I want to try to be, like, that's the least that we can do as human beings, is treat each other with some sort of respect, you know what I mean? So, if there's any life advice that I could give any one of you, it's just, you know, be nice to each other. At least from the get-go. There's no reason for us to be at each other's throats. You know what I mean? It's already a bad world out there, so we don't need to contribute more to that. You know what I mean? You like those deal hams? Oh, a lot of people like soup right now. Got like 10 bajillion orders of soup right now. But yeah, that's my advice for today, is just be nice to one another. You like soup? What kind of soup? I would say, let me see what's my favorite soup. I kind of like very clear broths. I do like chicken noodle. Like, I know that sounds kind of plain and boring, but I do like chicken noodle soup sometimes. That sounds really good, actually, right now. Broccoli and cheese. Oh, broccoli and cheese is good too. I mean, I don't actively get broccoli and cheese, but if I'm out and they do have that like as a special, it is really good. Yeah, soup with chicken noodles and chicken noodle soup. Yeah, chicken noodle soup is great. It's like a classic. It's one of those things that you get because it's just, you know, I feel like you really can't go wrong with it. You know what I mean? Coffee. Yeah, chicken noodle soup is one of my favorites. I grew up eating a lot of chicken corn chowder. So not clam chowder, but chicken corn chowder. Because when I was growing up, I was actually kind of like allergic to seafood. So I wasn't allowed to eat clam chowder. Yeah, so like chicken, chicken corn chowder. So instead of clam chowder, it's like chicken and corn, and it's chowder form. So it's like a thicker, you know, kind of similar to clam chowder, except instead of clams, it's chicken and corn. So, like if you were to get like canned soup, they do have chicken corn chowder. Like Progresso has it, Campbell's has it. You know, it's actually very good. It's really good. I actually prefer that over clam chowder, at least canned version, because it's a little it's less fishy. I mean, it's not fishy because it's not fish. Like it's not seafood. Am I still allergic? No, I'm not. I'm not. I got tested when I was 14. We went to go get a blood test, and I'm not anymore. I don't know, maybe because I was like younger, I was like a little bit more sensitive to like shellfish, and so my parents weren't really sure what we ate, because we went to like a sushi restaurant, and because it wasn't anything that I had eaten. It just simply the knife that was used to cut the rolls before. It had touched something else that was, I guess, either touched some sort of seafood or shellfish, and I ate that something that got cut with that same knife, and I went into anaphylactic shock, and so it was pretty bad. Like my whole mouth started to like get red and itchy and everything and inflamed, and I couldn't really breathe very well, and so it was pretty bad. And so like my parents, like from that point on, they got really scared. Yeah, they got really scared, and so they like basically, you know, like any parent would, if your kid is allergic to anything, they'd be like, okay, gotta make sure everything is clean, no seafood can touch this plate, whatever. And so yeah, they were pretty bad. I mean it was pretty, I mean they were pretty like concerned. So, but then I think I outgrew it, because I think maybe it was just because my immune system wasn't that good. Yeah, so eventually, like, I outgrew it, because like I just didn't eat it, and so it's just, my body was just like, okay, we're good now. See, I bought a cheeseburger at lunch today. Oh my god. Maybe it wasn't American cheese. Maybe it's Swiss. But yeah, I'm not allergic anymore, which is good. Let's see. Let's review. New item available. Daily special. Okay. Catering job available. Okay, let's see what the new catering event. Smorgasbord. Okay, pretzel, corn dog, and lasagna. Ooh, that one seems tough. Pizza and burger. Okay, those are... because lasagna is actually pretty difficult to do in this game. Okay, coffee in the morning. Well, school lunches, I would say, tend to be pretty bad, so you know, wait, did I have menu rot? I don't remember. So American lunches are so bad. I don't like that. I don't like that we have such a bigger resource in our government and everything, but we refuse to see that, you know, it's like in American education is so bad. Like, if you think about it, if you think about like other countries, why are they so much better than us? You know, like, you would think that Americans would be like, we need to be the best at everything, right? You would think that, right? You would think that Americans would be like so gung-ho about being American that they would be like, we need to be the best at everything, that like we would need to beat out everybody. But we don't. We're like one of the worst nations to have, like, our education system is so bad. Like, I don't understand why that flies. Yeah, I would definitely say that we lost our way. sucks. I mean, that's why I say that, like, oops. Education is so important. Like, whenever there's, like, voting and stuff, which, by the way, if you are old enough at this moment in time, I would suggest that you make sure that you... I mean, it's kind of too late to register to vote now, but if you are able to vote, that you do vote wherever you guys are around the world, or at least in America. It is very important that you vote, because I think that is coming up soon, so make sure that you get that done. Because your vote does matter. It really does. But yeah, whenever there's like education and stuff like that, I don't vote yes for everything education related, because sometimes it's not really relevant. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm all for improving education systems and stuff like that, especially like around where I live, you know? Because it is very important. I do believe that like younger people are like, people might say like, oh, you're a young person, but I'm like, yeah, but people who are younger than me, they are the future, you know? And I'm just like, I'd hate to see, you know, like, the generation, you know, like, losing hope and whatnot. It's good. Like, I mean, it's good that everything is, you know, we're like, it's the future, man. We gotta make sure that the future comes up well, which is why I don't understand why people, like, that's why I hate it when people say, like, oh, millennials, like, I hate that term, because it's so derogatory. I hate it. I actually really don't like it when people refer to, like, millennials like that. Like, I get it, it's a generation thing, but, like, I don't like, I feel like it's actually very derogatory to refer to somebody like that. Oh, you're a millennial. I'm just like, get out of here. Like, yes, I am, but it's like, it's incredibly, like, personally, I don't like it when somebody says that. Because, like, generally you just hear it, right? Like, people, when they describe, like, millennials, it's always like, oh, the millennials are killing, like, some industry or something. The millennials this, millennials that, and it's always like, oh, the millennials are destroying everything. And I'm like, you need to calm the freak down. I mean, it's not us, we didn't do anything. We literally just became adults, like, we could barely do anything. Why you gotta blame us for everything that's going wrong in the world? It's not. So, I mean, that's the way that I say it. I just don't, I really don't like that term. It's like, I feel like millennials get blamed for everything, and I'm just like, excuse me, like, it's like, oh, millennials killed the diamond industry, and I'm like, yeah, because I can't afford it. It's like, oh my god, like, if I would love to, you know, get extravagant jewelry and whatnot, but I can't afford any of that, so, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, yeah, it's dying because you older generations are not paying us enough to buy said stuff to fund your thing. Just because all of you guys want to hold on to your money, like, come on. Teens getting addicted to nicotine, is it cool? No, it's not. I mean, people think that vaping is very, like, great, but I think it leads into other things, so I don't approve necessarily. I'm not gonna, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like the new generation of, like, smoking, and it like, oh, people think that they look really cool doing it, but that's what they said about smoking too, so it's whatever. I don't like putting foreign things in my, like, I don't like putting foreign things, whether it's like smoke or whatever, in my body. Like, it's just, it seems like a bad idea to me. I'm not gonna condemn anybody for vaping. You can do it, whatever, it's your body, you can do whatever you want, but personally I'm just like, okay, that's awesome. I don't think it's necessarily a good thing, but like, if you want to do whatever you want to do with your body, that's on you. That's honestly all I have to really say about that. Like, I don't really, for the most part, I don't really care about what anybody else does, because it's not my business to be in anybody else's, you know, it's not my business to tell anybody what to do. So Yeah, it's definitely not my business to, you know, meddle in other people's affairs. Active menu, we got menu rot, so we gotta change this. Put this back. But yeah. Yeah. Actually, this game is actually really fun. Like, it's good to just like play this game and kind of chill and talk to you guys. You know, I really haven't had the chance to like really, you know, sit down and have like a good talk with you guys, you know what I mean? I hope I'm not getting like too serious into a lot of these topics and stuff. You know, I don't really mean to do that, but I just, you know, sometimes it's necessary, I guess. I don't want to be a downer. I definitely don't want to be a downer about it, but, you know. There we go. 41% buzz is not bad, right? You don't like, okay, so you don't like math and writing. I'll tell you the truth. Solo, is that I would say that while you're in school, you don't really like a lot of the subjects that you go over. But like when I was in school, like as like maybe like you're around your age, like as a teenager, I didn't really like history. But after I went to college, I actually started to really enjoy history a lot. Like it's just like hearing about the world, you know, and it's just interesting to me. Like it didn't interest me as a kid because I was like, why is this relevant? But like, you know, sometimes it's just things change eventually. Maybe in the future you'll learn to like appreciate it a little bit more. Maybe when you go to college you'll major in one of those. You know, it's like you never know. Keep an open mind, right? You don't care about the past. I didn't either when I was your age. Trust me, I didn't either. But it's not that it's like, oh, you know, it's not that, oh, you need to be interested in it, but it's just sometimes it's after like. But trust me when I say that it is important that you learn from the past. Oh, that was wrong. That was so wrong. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've lost my mind. I've lost my mind. I'd say that you do have to learn about the past to know what to do in the future. Or else history is deemed to repeat itself. Which it is currently doing right now. So, you have to know what happened to the past to see the red flags that are coming in the future. And unfortunately, history is repeating itself right now. Actually, it's not history, like the events of history that are interesting to me. It's more of culture. It's more culture that I'm interested in than anything else. Like history, like, you know, certain dates and stuff, like, you know, it gets kind of, you know, and like it gets kind of difficult to remember exact dates and events that happened in the past. But culture is what interests me a lot. Because it's so interesting to me, like, you know, we're all humans, but we all interact differently, but at the same time, it's kind of the same. That's what's interesting to me. like, you're interested in, like, psychology and all that stuff, right? That's cool. Psychology is interesting as well. Like, learning how the mind works and all that stuff. Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, that's cool that you're interested in that. I have a friend who... kind of a friend. She is currently in... she's getting her master's in psychology right now, so... or no, is it her master's? Oh no, she's, yeah. Well, she's like an old friend of mine. She's an old friend of mine, and so she's studying right now in Illinois. Yeah. So she's currently studying psychology right now. I mean, I think she's, I want to say that she's getting her master's right now. Maybe doctorate? I'm not really sure. I think it's her master's. She's always wanted to be a psychiatrist, like, growing up. Like, that's the only thing that, like, she really, like, aimed for it. You know, even as, like, a kid, she always wanted to be a psychiatrist. And so, like, I mean, that's always great, right? It's always great when that happens, you know? You always want to hear that people work really, really hard for what they want. And, like, even as a kid, you know, they had that singular goal, and that's what they want, that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna aim for. And those are the types of people who do great things, you know what I mean? And it's great. I hope she becomes a really good psychiatrist and helps a lot of people. I hope it's not something that's like, oh, it's only because I make a lot of money. Like, those are the worst. I never had burritos with chips. Yeah.